But anyone that's here, I would invite you to, if you have opinions, by all means, all of them are welcome. If you're going to be a rude, dick about it, we do not want to hear them. So please do be nice to everyone involved. I think, that's not too much to ask. We're here to talk and sort out our differences, and maybe as a result, come out with ideas to improve the game and better the community and everything.
But yeah, basically what he was saying, be respectful. Dude, we're literally just talking about a game, right? And two different kind of opinions on it. My opinion is what I feel healthy for the game. I'm assuming his opinion is what he feels is healthy for the game. Overall, we just want this game to be better. And we think that it has potential to be a lot better than what it is. That's literally it, all right? And obviously, be respectful, all that kind of stuff. We're just two people who stream a freaking game, right?
Are we kicking it off officially then?
Yeah, let's kick it off officially.
All right. Honestly, super excited to be here and chatting with you. Some people wanted us to meet in like some parking lot and just beat each other up.
Right.
And I don't know, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think us streamers, we see how transparent these things are and how people just want to fan the flames, and I like to think that we're above it.
Yeah, like, it's literally just two opinions on a game.
The current state of the game, when it comes to balance, is it tilted heavily towards the killer side? Is it definitely on the survivor side? Is it in between? Obviously, we're going to say depends, obviously, but where would you say you stand in general? Because the impression I have from watching your stuff, every now and then, is that you seem to think that, and perhaps I'm misrepresenting you, so, go on. But you seem to think that if played at the highest level, survivors are just unstoppable and killer is basically, helpless. So I would really like to have your take on this. Go on.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the tournaments show it. As long as, and it isn't just the tournaments, just looking at the variables, looking at how fast gen speed can be.
Right.
When you see the tournaments, I mean, you can see the killers in the tournaments. Like, you can see that they don't believe that they can go out and get these hooks, right? They get one person and they're like, right, I can't continue to chase because if I do that, the gens are just going to fly. So I'm going to try and get one person out of the game so there's less people on gens. And then I'm going to maybe get another. And then maybe if I've just done that quick enough, I might get one, like a third at best with maybe no ed. And that's kind of the best players. That's like the best killers who should be ultra confident. That's how they're thinking.
And how do you feel this translates to the actual numbers of the game at large outside of tournaments? Because we could be talking about tournaments, but we know that it's a very minuscule part of the player base and the community.
Always is, though.
Sorry?
It always is, really. The top percent, the people who play the game at the best, usually is the lower percentage.
All right. So how would you feel? Like, okay, you're basically, if I understand that correctly, is survivors are so strong that you can immediately tell by looking at the top levels in tournaments that the killers are conditioned to just get a few hooks. And that shows that survivors are very strong. How do you feel about general matches in the overall game outside of competitive? Do you think it's the same?
Well, I think the matchmaking's a mess. So you mostly, especially with all the newcomers, you're mostly going against people who aren't playing that efficient. So you can go for these 12 hooks and stuff like that.
Are we going to balance the game around the general experience, or are we going to balance the game around the statistics? What do you think? Like, do you want to go for like the top percentage competitive tournament level players, or do you want to keep the balance in a way that on average the overall population of the game has something going for them?
I think ideally you want to balance for the people who are playing the game well, but by doing that you don't want to hurt the people who are playing it badly. You can do things like that. Let's just say, like, one example. You could change a tile, right? You could change a tile where only good players would take advantage of and bad players wouldn't. It would only impact good players and it wouldn't do anything to bad players. That's just one example. So ideally, you want to balance for the people who know what they're doing, which doesn't impact the people who don't. That's the ideal balance that you want. And that's what most games try to do, I feel.
But I already feel like that is exactly kind of what this game does. There are so many buildings and so many structures in Dead by Daylight, would I know that a survivor with 5,000 hours can run me there 5 minutes? Can run me there 5 minutes if they want to. Yeah, and a baby survivor will go down in 10 seconds after like a quick mind game. So that's in a way that's exactly what the game already has, and yet we're still complaining.
No.
Wouldn't you say so?
No. You're saying what it doesn't have. You're saying that these loops have two massive differences. You're saying that a bad player will go down at it and a good player will keep at it for like 5 minutes or whatever. What I'm saying is you change it where the good player doesn't stay there for 5 minutes. They stay there for a good. You want it. Okay. This is kind of a bit of a tangent. This is going to tiles. This was just an example. But you want it where there's gameplay for both the killer and survivor at high level and low level. At low level, there'll always be gameplay for killer and survivor because they don't know what they're doing. But at high level, you're going to start losing that with god palettes and things like that because there's no gameplay. There's no gameplay for the killer.
How do you feel about gen speeds in general? Do you think this is entirely what we've been talking about now? Is it more about tiles? Is it more about gen speeds? How do you feel the gen speeds are in the game right now?
Gen speeds is a hard one because is it the speed? Is it regression? Is it the map size? It's something. Obviously, we know that gen speeds are too quick, but we don't know why. We don't know if it's because it's 80 seconds. We don't know if it's because of the slowdown. We don't know if it's the early game. You know, we don't know. We don't know exactly why, but we do know that you can, as a killer, down people very quickly, and all 5 gens will be done before you can hook everyone. Like they will be, even if you are downing them and they are doing everything wrong at every loop. They can do them gens if they glue to them. Like
you're basically just saying this is a very complex question.
It is.
And I'm asking you, do you think the gen speed, if it was up to you, let's say you're DVD dev tomorrow, would you immediately change gen speeds? What I'm trying to get at, or do you think other factors?
I would play around with PTBs and gather statistics from them PTBs by doing different things, like, you know, maybe a map size change, maybe an early game collapse, as they did mention they were going to do. See what that does.
Yeah.
Maybe when the killer kicks a gen, it regresses at 200%, and people get confused by this. 200% of normal regression, so that would be half of a solo survivor, just so people know, because some people think like, what, regresses 2 times faster than a survivor? Like, no, that's not what 200% is. So yeah, half a survivor, you know, things like this.
I honestly think that particular idea of like adding regression, because you did make a tweet some time ago, and sorry if I'm hijacking the conversation right now, maybe suggesting that a built-in ruin would help the game.
He's looking the other way.
Oh my god, I got that! Oh my god, somebody clip it. Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
What the fucking way?
Hey, how did the debate with Tru go? Do you guys settle an agreement? Nah, he called me a little bitch, I call him a little hoe, and we're gonna meet up tomorrow and beat each other up. As everybody wanted. Very sorry. Wish I could have done better. But, you know, he started, so his fault. No, I'm joking. We actually had a really nice chat, and honestly, we don't even disagree on that many things.
Disconnect! Oh, he's dead. Man, you fucking see me flashlighting and you're so dumb, I hate you.
We do this again. Here we go. Oh no, he learned. He finally figured it out, guys. He finally figured it out.
I'm joking. Everybody loves the fucking pig for some reason. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Gotcha, dude. Gotcha. 3 parallel universes ahead of you. That was funny. Can we give this man hatch?
Boom, baby. Let's go. All right, all right. God damn.
For Ernie. Oh, dude, I'm down. I am fucking down. Sign me up. I am down. It doesn't work for me, dude. He turned so fast. He turned so fast. He was like, what the fuck was that? Hold on a minute.